Hello everyone, my name is Emily Flores. I'm a student at Washington University in St. Louis at the Olin Business School as a rising sophomore. I will be studying entrepreneurship and marketing. This summer, I am doing an internship with a small business called Bold Exchange here in St. Louis, and today I am here with my venture host, Doug Spencer. I'm just going to be asking a few questions today. So, what is your connection to St. Louis? And talk a little bit about Bold Exchange and how you got here.
Okay. Well, my connection to St. Louis is purely entrepreneurship. I had never been to St. Louis less than a year ago, but our company received an Arch grant, which is a grant basically to move companies like ours or startups to St. Louis. And so we took the grant, which means we had to move here. And Bold Exchange is building the simplest and most convenient way to buy from Black-owned companies. And so we work with individual consumers like you and I, but also a lot of organizations and Fortune 500 companies to help them, think better about how they can have diverse suppliers and companies that they work with. So yeah, very new to St. Louis, but I think that's kind of the testament to entrepreneurship. It was like we really believe in what we're building, and if St. Louis can be a great place to do it, well, then we're moving to St. Louis. It was that simple, at least for me, and I've enjoyed St. Louis so far.
That's
My
awesome.
best friend, one of my best friends from high school went to WashU, and he always wanted me to come here, and I never came here until, well, he moved in October, and I saw him right when I visited, but that's the only time we ever spent in St. Louis, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so I know running a small business must come with its challenges. So what do you think is the most difficult aspect of running your own venture?
The most difficult aspect is that there's no blueprint at all. There's really no one telling you what to do, which is freedom, but it's also pressure. I mean, you have advisors, you have things that you look at, but at the end of the day, the decision rests with you. And so I'd say that's really tough because startups or early companies are like babies. Like they grow very fast, like, outgrowing clothes, etc. If it were a baby, and you're always experiencing something new, and then it's a new decision to make. Like, what do we do? And there's never a perfect decision. So you're trying to balance all the things that are happening, and then hope that you make the best possible decision with the information. So it's hard to know how to make decisions.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then my last question I have for you today is, what were you doing at my age?
Yeah, so the summer after my first year of college, I worked at a school. It was a school for boys. I'm from DC. It was a school in DC for boys from, impoverished or challenged backgrounds. And I helped them for the summer write grants and apply for funding to do things like field trips or just help with school supplies, etc. Because they weren't a public school. It was really set up for these boys. And so it was a small team, maybe, I guess like a startup in a way. There's 4 or 5 people on their admin team and me. And so I just helped them figure out how to get funding. So I'd say it was like my first introduction into mission-driven work. And so I really enjoyed it, but had to be scrappy, had to be resourceful because everyone else was busy. So I enjoyed it. And every now and then I had lunch with like some second graders. So that was fun, but I really enjoyed that. And I worked there another summer during college and never wanted to work at a school per se after graduating. But again, I felt like what I was doing was having an impact and making a difference. And I think that kind of bleeds over into entrepreneurship as well, because you have to be mission driven, I think, to really stick with it. So.
I agree. Well, thank you so much for answering those questions.
Yeah.
And thank you all for watching.
Bye.
Bye.